the Festival of Apprenticeships in partnership with BT Group, showcasing opportunities to future talent.
Good morning, everyone. Hi. Can you hear me okay? Yeah? Fine. Welcome to the event. I've got the daunting task of being the first one up here, so you've got to help me out a little bit. Hopefully you avoided the rain as well. We've organised this on the wettest day of summer, which is always good. Just a quick introduction to myself. So my name's Charlie. My role is an apprenticeship relationship manager at London South Bank University. And a quick introduction to us as a group. So we recently, over the last 5 years, formed as an education group offering a holistic approach to apprenticeships. What that means in layman's terms is essentially offering level 2 apprenticeships all the way up through to level 7. Level 7 being equivalent to a master's. So basically what we're offering is apprenticeships at all levels. As long as you're over the age of 16, that's what we're offering. We're also proud to support the Festival of Apprenticeships today. I'm going to try and give a little bit of advice to you guys from an LSBU standpoint, but also from a standpoint from the event itself. I won't bore you for too long. I'll probably only be here for maybe 10 minutes. If you need to go away, that's absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever. I always get ahead of myself a little bit. So this is a bit of an illustration around us as a group. Okay, so on the left-hand side, as you're looking there, the writing's not very clear, but we've basically got LSBU, as well as the Passmore Centre, which offers our apprenticeships at level 4 all the way up to level 7. When I talk about level 4, level 7, your entry requirements around that you're looking at and the qualifications that you need are roughly around equivalent to A-levels DD or A-levels triple B, okay? And they're all the equivalent. There's so many different qualifications that you can get, like BTECs and all of that. But those are the entry requirements that you're looking at. If you're a little bit younger and you're just coming out of GCSEs potentially, you might want to look at our South Bank Colleges, which is just here. Our South Bank Colleges is located around Lambeth College, and our South Bank Colleges is also situated at a brand new campus at London South Bank Technical College in Nine Elms, for those of you that are aware of that location. On the far right-hand side of the screen, we've got other offerings as well in terms of our South Bank Innovations and our South Bank Academies as well. Primarily, you'll be applying for our university and our colleges, but those are add-ons in terms of added value as part of our group. So just really quickly in terms of what an apprenticeship actually is, because you might be coming here knowing what an apprenticeship is, but you also might be coming here not so sure, and that's absolutely fine. The important thing is just ask loads of questions. I've summarised it in 3 key points. So earn while you learn. It seems quite obvious, but you're employed full-time, and you're also studying at the same time. Generally, you'll be studying for around 1 day per week. You can, or some providers do that via a weekly delivery method, but that just depends on the provider that you go for, okay? Under there I said develop knowledge, skills and behaviours. So in an apprenticeship, it's around developing the knowledge at the university or college, attending lectures and seminars, gaining that experience and then bringing it back into the workplace to develop your skills and behaviours, okay? Being a professional within the environment, okay? Just a quick show of hands, actually, because I didn't do this at the start. For those of you that are looking at apprenticeships and are wanting to apply for an apprenticeship, can you just raise your hands? Do you know what you want to do? Just a quick show of hands if you know exactly what you want to do. Okay, thank you. So as expected, there's not many of you, and that's absolutely fine, okay? I think the most important thing is making sure that you just experience as many things as you possibly can at this stage as well. And that comes on to my second point around opportunity. So a diverse and inclusive career opportunity for all, okay? In this day and age, it's so important that it's not just a case of going to university, studying, and that being your career for life. All of your mums and dads, parents, grandmas, they would have gone to university, done a career, and that's what they would have done for their life, okay, and been a nurse for their life. It's not the same anymore. You're going to change jobs quite frequently. So it's important that you find an opportunity that is good for you now, and then an opportunity that's good for you a little bit later as well. And the final point that I mentioned is around progress, becoming fully competent in a specific role. So becoming fully competent means fully qualified. So you'll be gaining a degree or like higher national certificates, a qualification to a specific level in an area that is exactly the same as if you were to do a full-time degree as well. Just quickly, myth-busting apprenticeships. I'm just going to go through these. So apprenticeships not just for 16-year-olds. Our oldest apprentice at the university is 72 years old. So, he's still getting about the university quite well. He doesn't need a hand, but he wanted to retrain. So what I'm saying is, if you don't get offered an apprenticeship straight away, don't worry. Continue working hard, and maybe there'll be one for you later down the line. My first apprenticeship was at 25, okay? And I went and did a degree at Sheffield Hallam when I was 18, so any age. I've already mentioned around level 2 and level 7. I'll skip that one. You must be employed to start an apprenticeship, okay? So when you make applications, you don't need to go through UCAS for an apprenticeship. That's just for full-time routes. Everything is funded on your apprenticeship program. It's completely free of charge for you. There's no added fees. You get paid, okay? And you must be employed. The best thing to do, I would say, is go around today and speak to people and see if they've got any work experience as well. See if anyone has any work experience at the moment. Get your foot in the door, and they then might offer you a position. There's loads of different application methods, which I'll touch on in a minute as well. There's also 856 different apprenticeship standards that you can do across the UK. At LSBU, we offer around 40 to 50. At our South Bank colleges at level 2 and level 3, there's around 10 to 15. Basically, do a bit of research about what you actually want to do. And then the final point on there is around equal opportunities compared to full-time students. So when you go to the college and provider, they've got a responsibility to give you the equal opportunities that a full-time student would have, okay? That includes all the socializing, okay? And that includes all the added benefits around that. Free gym accesses and all of that wonderful stuff. That writing, I chose the wrong color there, so I do apologize. On here, we have our level 2 and level 3 apprenticeships. I think the best thing to do is come and speak to us. We're basically situated at the front of the hall next to the beer pong stand. That's the best way you can find us, okay? Come and speak to us about all of these apprenticeships around construction, trades, business administration, plumbing, dental, early years. So if you're into education or teaching, that's all the stuff that you can come and speak to us about and come and get a bit of information about us. At LSBU apprenticeships, so at our level 4 to level 7 apprenticeships, we've got a range of different stuff. So we're the leading UK provider for construction in the UK. And we also offer a range of other apprenticeships across arts and creative industries, post-production, media, also our business apprenticeships for chartered managers at level 6, digital marketing. I've spoken to a few people today who are interested in digital marketing, engineering, rail apprenticeships. So if you're interested in rail engineering and that side of things, product design, electronic systems design engineers, health and social care. I won't read them all out. Law and social sciences as well. Come and speak to us down the front and we can give you a bit more information around those. There's another slide. Also, I mentioned around the construction, built environment and architecture as well. So again, we're kind of looking at, for all of these apprenticeships, we're looking at for you to have A-levels around BBB, or some of the apprenticeships at level 4 also offer lower entry requirements, A-level DD or equivalent. That's what we're kind of looking at. If you don't quite meet those as well, we can look at the lower level apprenticeships as well. So in terms of the journey that you might be experiencing at the moment, well, I've got a few tips in a moment, but around the application processes, you need to be making a lot of applications. Also take care of your applications as well. For one apprenticeship vacancy that we offer, we might receive around 100 applicants. And therefore, we've got to sift those and reject a lot of people. Take time with your applications, okay? You might be rejected, but basically don't give up. In terms of LSBU, we go through a series of onboarding to make sure you're suitable for the program, initial assessments, enrollment, open days, welcome sessions, and we'll be then welcoming you to the university or college. In terms of support on your apprenticeship, so you'll probably see this across a lot of providers. Throughout an apprenticeship, you have an allocated skills coach who is there to meet with you 3 times a year, or a minimum of 3 times a year. And they need to meet with you to look at your progress and offer you support, not just around the provision. What are you doing in work? How is your mental health and well-being? Because it's a stressful time, studying and working, dealing with your life as well. Employee structured support as well. So your employers, as part of the apprenticeship, will have their own support programs there, in terms of pastoral support as well, making sure you're protected as an apprentice. So you're treated as a normal employee, but there is the awareness that you're an apprentice on a learning journey. Okay, and all employees need to have that recognition of you are an apprentice and you're here to learn, and they need to give you time away for your study. Okay. Also, extracurricular activities. So I mentioned around the socializing, you have all the same opportunities as a full-time student. I think it's really important to get involved with that, because that's where you meet new people, and often it's not what you know, it's who you know as well, that age-old saying. So it's really important that you're joining with it as much as that at the university. There's an image here from our product design apprenticeship, and they joined a team, built a car, raced it around Silverstone, and competed against, I don't think it was Lewis Hamilton necessarily, but it was other people. And then I did touch on mental health and well-being, and it's so important that you are, constantly speaking about this to your employer, to your provider, and there is support there available for you throughout your journey. Just a quick illustration there of some of the employers that we work with, and I say some because we work with so many. Some of them are here today as well. Please feel free to take a picture of that screen as well. Please feel free to contact them directly. That's another route that you can access starting an apprenticeship. Okay, contact them directly. Express your interest in apprenticeships. Find out who to talk to. Even if you don't get accepted straight away, just speak to them and see what they're offering. I think this is my final slide. So I've just finished with 5 top tips to getting an apprenticeship. First of all, I mentioned it earlier, but don't give up. Okay, remember about how many applicants there are going to be. You can do an apprenticeship at any age. Don't give up, okay? Access work experience, I already mentioned that, okay? Speak to everybody here today and ask them what they're offering in terms of work experience, and get your foot in the door. Achieve Maths and English GCSEs. Obviously, for A-level students, that might not be relevant for you. If you are still going through your Maths and English, make sure you get that done. For a lot of providers, we cannot accept you until you have done your Maths and English. That is different between different providers, so get that done. There's multiple application channels. There's an image on the screen there around Find an Apprenticeship. You might have used that site before. Get used to using that site. Please check it regularly, because there's vacancies that are posted throughout the academic year, not just now, and they come and go. So if you log on and you don't find anything you want, please log on the next week, because the employer that you've been after or wanting to work for, that might be there. Okay, so go and just keep checking it. Book it in your diary. Okay, regular appointments with Find an Apprenticeship. Access LinkedIn. Build a LinkedIn account. Go on social media. Contact the employers, contact providers, speak to people. I think there's a statistic that that around 60 to 70% of apprentices that started an apprenticeship actually started by word of mouth, okay, from their uncles, brothers, dogs, auntie. Okay, so do that as well. And then final one, again, I've stressed it again, don't give up. That concludes. You'll be pleased to hear. If there's any questions, I'm happy to take questions. I'm also keeping an eye out for when I need to be kicked off the stage. But does anybody have any questions? Yeah. So when is the best time to apply? The best time to apply on Find an Apprenticeship. So if you, on Find an Apprenticeship, the busy time is probably in the months between February and July, because a lot of apprenticeships start in September. Otherwise, and that's when you're applying for the actual apprenticeship position. When you apply to the university itself or the provider itself, you're going to need to do that before their application deadline. So all universities and providers and colleges will set their own application deadline. So it does chop and change, but the busy time is around now. Does anyone have any other questions? My manager is here, and he has just said, apply now. So make sure you apply now. Yeah, yeah. There are loads of opportunities, and like everyone here is offering opportunities at the moment. They've got vacancies, so apply now. If no one has any other questions, please come and speak to us at the front if you're not sure about asking now. Any more? This is the part where I break into karaoke. No, I won't. I'll stop there. Thank you very much, everyone, and enjoy your day.
The Festival of Apprenticeships in partnership with BT Group, showcasing opportunities to future talent.